unmute that you could talk to me, I'll just
Tommy,
text you.
I'm live. Hi everyone. Here we go. I thought I'd pop on a little early just to make sure we've got everything right. No. We'll give everyone a little chance to hop online and get ready. Can't wait to get started in the kitchen with you all. Why don't we give everyone about 5 minutes? How about we start 5:05? So we'll give everyone a chance to sign in, and then I'll introduce myself. I can't wait to hear from all of you, so please drop comments in the box below and I will answer you. I can't wait to see all that. I'm looking forward to meeting you all as we go along on this journey together in the kitchen, baking the world a better place. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then, for those of you who are on now, I'll quickly show you my little storybook salad. This is what we'll be making today, which is very cute with little treasure down the bottom. A little fence, cucumber fence. There we go. I'm so excited and I can't wait to see what you all make. Give everyone another minute to get on and we'll get started. I'm hoping everyone's got their ingredients ready to go. You can pop a comment down below if you need me to go faster or slower, or you have any questions. I'd be happy to answer. There we go. All right. Well, I think I will get started by introducing myself. Thank you everyone from the Baketivity community for letting me share this time with you. I'm so excited to get out from the Baketivity kitchen and in front of you guys to share this kind of experience together, and we're going to be doing this a hell of a lot more, so I'm super excited about that. I have a storybook salad that I'm going to share with you today. This is what we're making. So if you've got all your yummy ingredients, it's a magical little salad with treasure down the bottom, a cucumber fence up here, and then we've got our little toadstone egg and tomatoes. Is it Emmeline? I think we've got Emmeline, 8 years old, and her sister's 10. They've just joined us too. I'm so excited that you're going to be in the kitchen with me. And you've been with us for 2 years, which is so exciting. So I'm excited to meet you guys. I definitely want you to post up some photos of what you make with me today. Make sure you tag Baketivity so I get to see it. And yeah, guys, my name is Daniella. I am Baketivity's head chef, and I get to make all the yummy recipes you're going to play with. And a little bit about myself is, you might notice I talk a little different than your average American. It's because I'm from Australia. So I married a man from America and I've moved here now. So thank you for welcoming me into your life. I'm severely dyslexic, so that means I can't read and write like everyone else. So I have magical little tricks like a little magic earpiece here, which has a Baketivity angel at Baketivity headquarters that's going to read all your comments to me so I'm able to answer you. Having dyslexia is really tough because I can't even spell my own name sometimes. So baking and cooking is what got me through school, made me happy, and I got to share it with people I loved. So that's a little bit about me. You'll get to know me a little bit more as we go on. But I say, let's get cooking. So, to make our storybook salad to start, you want to get your bowl. A nice small bowl is a cute way to go. I'm going to pop you down here so you get to see. There we go. And we're going to start with our bottom layer, which is our corn. And this is our golden treasure at the bottom of our bowl. And I heard, Ava, you've got our Christmas kit that you've been playing with lately. I'd love to see what you made with our Christmas kit. If you have any photos, please let us know at Baketivity. I want to see that. So that's our little treasure to start. So some golden treasure at the bottom of our salad. All right, now once you have that layer done, leave me a comment to know that, so I know you're ready to start. So either a thumbs up or a yes, I'm ready to go. I'll give you a minute to get that done. And then we'll move on to our next step. I've got my little Baketivity knife here. We'll need that next. Hopefully we're going all well there. Let me pop you up here while I wait for you to get the next step. So that's our golden little treasure. You want to make sure you've got that layer done. How's everyone going there? Now I know a lot of you are wondering if we're going to do the monthly box, and we will be doing that. We'll pop up a date where I'll hop on to a class with you all and we'll run through the monthly box this year. So let me know if you've got that monthly box and if I'll be seeing you in that class. Hang on a minute, I just heard some news. Emmeline, you got the 3rd spot in our Baketivity competition. I didn't know that. I can't wait to look up. I've got a cookbook full of all the recipes you guys have sent in and I can't wait to see yours. I'll definitely have to make it and let you know how I go. And thank you so much for sharing with me. I hear you have something too, which is scoliosis, and this is why you love baking and cooking. And let me tell you, I know what that feels like in the sense of needing baking and cooking to make your life a lot sweeter and to share that with everyone. And I'm so glad you're here with us and I'm so glad you're sharing that with us. That's so brave of you and I'm excited to meet you in person. Okay, so we've got that layer done. We're going to get our lettuce up next. So I've chosen iceberg lettuce. You can choose whatever your favorite is. And I'm going to chop that in nice little pieces. So I'll start off with strips and then I'll go the other way. Just enough to fill up my bowl, probably about halfway. Oh, and Tammy, you're dyslexic as well. Welcome. I know how that feels. And trust me, I've got a lot of nice little tips and tricks to help you get through. Nothing will stop you from doing everything you love. So I'd love to hear what your biggest skill and talent is and what you love doing the most. There we go. Thank you, Ari. I heard you love my accent. That makes me feel so much more comfortable. I was a bit nervous how everyone was going to take that. So we've got our lettuce chopped. So I'm going to... Oh, sorry, Ava's dyslexic, not Tammy. I got that wrong. Crossed my wires just there. There we go. So I've got my lettuce all chopped up. I've put it in a separate bowl just to put to the side. Because what we'll do next is cut our cucumber. So I've got my cucumber here. I'm going to top and tail it, and then we're going to slice it up into these cute little diagonals that you see here. Is everyone up to this part? How are we going with the lettuce? I don't want to rush anyone. I want to make sure you're up to what I'm up to. And if you have any questions as we're going on, let me know down the bottom and I'll help you through that as well. Wait a sec. Oh, and while we're waiting to hear that everyone's up to the lettuce part now, you can design my apron. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm in the kitchen with no apron. So what we're waiting for is for you to design my apron, and you can even win a $100 gift card. So make sure you visit our social media pages, Facebook, Instagram, and see how you can enter. And that competition's running till January 15th. So let me know what designs you come up with. I'd love to see, because I really need an apron, because I'm going to dirty myself if I don't have an apron soon. So get designing, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next step. Thank you so much. So the cucumber, we're going to create a fence out of the cucumber in our magical storybook salad, and that's going to line up all along the bowl like that. And the way to do it is you grab your Baketivity knife, and we're going to cut on an angle. So not straight, we're going to go on an angle, get an older person to help you or an adult to help you if you need it. There we go. And once you get the end off, you can start slicing it that way. Katie, I can't wait to see the great apron idea you have. That's very cool. Thank you so much. I feel so special. Everyone's been so welcoming to me. There we go. So just slice up on a diagonal your little storybook fence for your salad. Nice and easy. I feel like this is a giant cucumber from Jack and the Beanstalk, if you know that story. There we go. So I've got some cucumber. Emily and Riley, I've seen your submission for the apron, and I can't wait to see what everyone else sends in. You guys did great. I won't give too much away yet because it's a surprise for after the 15th, but we'll definitely thank you all once we see them all come in. There we go. So we're setting up our little magical fence like that. Let me know once you're up to there. So that's what we've got so far. How are we all going? Does anyone have any questions? Need any help? Ava joined too. Oh look, I feel like I have all the Baketivity pros on today. You've all joined the competition, which is really exciting. You're here making the salad with me now, and I'm sure you're going to join me for the monthly group too. That's when I get to see your faces, which is pretty cool, and you all get to say hello. So who's got their treasure down the bottom and their cucumber fence done? Let me know. There we go. Also, once we've finished the salad, I would love if you'd post up what you made, tag Baketivity so I can see it, and we'll share all the great things we made today, because I want to see what your salads look like, and most importantly, who you shared your salad with. Because normally when we cook, we either eat it all to ourselves or we share it with people we love. So I'd love to know who you shared your salad with. Okay, how are we going? Let's move on to the next step. So our salad's got the fence now, and we're bringing back the lettuce we've chopped up. And we'll pop the lettuce in there so we fill up the hole in the middle. And Jonathan, I heard you made cake pops today, and you had a lot of fun doing it. Cake pops are one of my favorite things too. I can't wait to see your cake pops. Were they yummy? You'll have to let me know. So there we go. We've made a little bed of salad just there. And once you have that, let me know. I'm going to clear my board for the next step. I always like a clean kitchen. I feel like I work best when everything's neat and tidy. I'm sure Mummy and Daddy agree with me too. There we go. We'll give my board a wipe down. There we go. Make sure my fence is nice and tall. And then we'll start the next step. What do you say, guys? Should we move on to the next step? Okay. So, a question is if I'm living in the United States. I am. I've moved to New York to be with my husband, which is super cool. It's the second time in my life I've ever seen snow. Can you believe that? Because in Australia it's really hot and there's not much snow going on there. So it's been pretty cool because I really want to make a snowman. I've never made a snowman before, and a snow angel. So if you have any tips on doing that, let me know. But I'm very much looking forward to doing that this winter. Where are you guys from? And speaking about snowmen, we're making snowmen muffins for this month's box, and that's a class that I'll be doing in the next upcoming weeks. I know Ava's already made her snowman cupcakes. I haven't done mine just yet for the class. I'm waiting to do it all with you guys. But that'll be actually my very first ever snowman I've made. So maybe I'll start making one in the kitchen with you guys, and then you can give me some tips on making a real one with the snow. That'll be a lot of fun. Okay, so we've got our next part of our salad. Let's go. So we've got people from Florida here. That's pretty cool. I'd love to know what the weather is down there. Where else? Philadelphia. I've been to Philadelphia. That's so cool. That's pretty close to New York. We've got Toronto. That's awesome. Okay, so as I get to know you guys and where you're from, it's pretty cool because I'm learning so much about America. I'm going to have to get the map out and get you guys to help me. We've got some New Yorkers here too. That's pretty cool. Oh, we've got some Australians there too, which is super cool. Hi, Elizabeth. All right, let's do this egg. So, once you get your hard-boiled eggs done, you want to make sure they're peeled. So hopefully everyone has their eggs peeled, but I'll take it nice and slow just in case you don't, so you can catch up. And we're going to slice a little bit straight off the top and a little bit straight off the bottom, so then our egg can stand nice and straight. So we'll just do that now. Nice little slice. We got Arkansas, Virginia around here too. Someone's from there. There we go. I hear Philadelphia had all the snow washed away. I'm loving the snow. So, if you've chopped your eggs up, can you see how straight the ends are now? 1, 2. So that can act like the bottom of our magic mushroom. And I always love these toadstool mushrooms, I think you call them here. And that too is a fun fact, guys. Do you know we call things like ingredients in the kitchen different in America to what I do in Australia? So, for example, bell peppers. I had to learn that bell peppers in the US is actually what we call capsicum in Australia, which is pretty cool. It takes me a while to do grocery shopping, but I'm going to get faster at it as I learn. And my other favorite one is cantaloupe. What you guys call cantaloupe, we call rock melon. So I'm learning a lot when I'm here, and I'd love you guys to help me out too. If I ever say something that you're not sure about, let me know what you call it here so I can learn too. Thank you so much. I hear my eggs match the nails. Well, you know, we try and coordinate here at Baketivity, so. All right. We've got the egg nice and cut, and I'm hoping everyone's up to that step now, because then we'll move on to the tomatoes. Oh, you call it tomatoes, we call it tomatoes. So let's grab them. You want to get a nice medium-sized tomato, and we're going to cut off 2 of the side cheeks to be the top of our mushrooms. So let's do that. There we go. So straight down on that cheek there. Nope. There we go. Oh, and I love that you guys are loving the Australian names just as much as you love what you call them here. I hear that someone loves that it's called rock melon. Certainly. Let me show you the eggs again so everyone can keep up with me. So, one sec. I'll stop the tomato for just a tick. So with the eggs, they're going to have 2 of their places chopped off. So you're going to cut off, see this little round bit here? You want to chop that off the bottom and the top on the other end. So then we have a nice flat way to sit our egg. It should sit nice and flat like that. So it's just cutting off just a little piece of the top. You almost don't see the yolk, but if you do see the yolk, don't worry, I've got that as well. So as long as you have straight edges on the top and bottom. Let me know if that helps you. Okay. There we go. So once we've got the eggs, we'll start with the tomato again. Again, we want 2 of the cheeks of the tomatoes, and this is going to act as the top of our mushrooms. So just like you see there. And the way I do it is I chop off the 2 ends, so the 2 cheeks of the tomatoes. So you'll be left with this middle part. And it doesn't go to waste, because after you present your salad, you can have some of the chopped up extras on the side. And that way, anyone you're serving the salad to, if they like extra tomato, extra cucumber, or extra corn, they can add it to their own salad. But I'm sure whoever you share it with is going to love it. And they're going to love that you give them the option to add all their favorite bits. So there we go. I'm going to throw away these little bits for now, just on our spare plate. So I'll create a little plate with all our spare bits and pieces that everyone else can pick at if that's their favorite. I've got my 2 little cheeks here, but I'm going to cut another tomato so everyone can see the little cheeks coming out. So that's the top of the tomato. And I'm cutting the little side cheek here. Do it nice and slow so we don't get any fingers in the way. There we go. Now, one of the popular questions I do get asked is about kangaroos. We don't see them everywhere in Australia, but you do see them in the outback, and they are in a lot of our sanctuaries that we get to see kangaroos, or when you go visit the country, you get to see some kangaroos. I know my nephew Josh loves seeing kangaroos where he goes on holidays, and I always get photos. One thing about kangaroos is they love to box. So you'll see a lot of them fighting a lot of the time, and they actually box. So that's crazy, but they're not the friendliest type, so we don't pet them or anything like that unless you're in a zoo with a special zookeeper that helps you to feed them or pet them. They're a little bit of fighters, so that's something you may not know about the cute kangaroos in Australia. Now, we'll head back to our salad. You can use a toothpick or not use a toothpick, that's up to you. But I tend to put a little toothpick just to hold on the top of my tomato. There we go. So I'm just pushing it through so it goes all the way through like that. And then that little cheek of the tomato that we've chopped off, like you see there, you can hold the bottom of your toothpick like that and place that tomato top on. And then we've got that little mushroom ready to go to be decorated with our mayonnaise. Does everyone want to try that? I'll do a second one so you can see. I'm just placing that in my salad there. Okay. So again, we've put that skewer. We'll go all the way through just to the bottom. hold it on the bottom with the little stick. And how did everyone go chopping off their little cheeks of the tomato? Did that work nicely for you? Let me know how you went. I would love to see your comments. So pop them down below so I know how you're doing. I'll wait till I hear from you. Let me know how you're going and if you're up to this stage. Tell me if you found it easy, if you needed help, who helped you, who's helping you in the kitchen today. Are you making this salad for yourself? Or who are you sharing it with? I'm going to share this salad with my husband, Tommy. He's been very good at helping me so I could film for you today. So I think he deserves a little storybook salad. There we go. Okay. We'll leave this mushroom here for now, and then I'll wait to see how you guys are going with that recipe. The reason I wanted to do a storybook salad is because I love fairy tales, and I always find the most magical thing about fairy tales is the enchanted garden. And in the enchanted garden is always these magical little toadstool mushrooms that sit by the rivers or in the forest at the bottom of little fairies' houses. So I thought, what better way than to create a salad based on that? And one of my most favorite fairy tales is Tinkerbell. So Peter Pan and Never Never Land. That's one of my most favorite storybooks ever, and I'm obsessed with Tinkerbell. So also in the comments, if you could tell me your favorite fairy book or storybook, I would love to know, because I'd love to read some new ones that I haven't read before. Well, because I'm dyslexic, I won't really read them, but I'll have someone read it to me, which really helps. There we go. So once we're done with this, we'll talk about a dressing for the salad. You can just add more mayonnaise and then season it with salt and pepper as you wish. Otherwise, some lemon juice, a little bit of olive oil, and again, some salt and pepper. So we keep it nice and simple. For those of you who just like mayonnaise, just add a little extra mayonnaise once we've finished the salad with its little dots on the mushrooms. And then just salt and pepper to season. I love that Elizabeth's going to share this with lunch with her cousins. That's very lovely of her. And they'll read their favorite stories. That's what it's about. That's why I love the storybook salad. And especially when it's your favorite stories, it's nice to share it with the ones you love. You'll have to tell me what your favorite book is. There we go. So has everyone got that on? I'm going to show you what we're up to now. So you should all have that. There we go. And you're right. I know someone commented about having books on tape. That definitely helped me a lot. And I'm so glad I grew up being able to have that, because I'm sure some people didn't when they were growing up. So books on tape definitely help. I love sharing books with people, so I get all my family and friends to share the books they're reading with me, so I get to hear them too, and that really helps me too. So I'm not afraid to ask for help or ask for family and friends to support me, so I get to read like everyone else. But definitely on tape really helps as well. That's a great tip. Thanks for sharing. So I've got some mayonnaise. You can either pop it in a little Ziploc bag so we can make the little dots on top of our tomatoes, or you can use a little skewer or even a fork, because all we're going to do is dot. I'll show you both ways, but we're going to dot the mayonnaise onto the top of the tomatoes. So we'll squeeze it right down to the corner. Can you see that? That's our bag. I've just put a little bit of mayonnaise, squeezed it right down to the corner. It's going to act like a little pretend piping bag for me. I'll grab a pair of scissors. There we go. I'm just going to cut a little bit off the end. So we can squeeze it out, and then I'll show you how to do it with a toothpick too, in case you don't have a Ziploc bag. So take your time getting that ready, and I'll show you now. So let's pop up one of our mushrooms here. I'll bring it up nice and close so you can see. So we're doing this for the top, and we're just giving it little dots like you would see in the storybooks, where they have the white dots on top of the red mushroom. Oh, Harry McClary, we do have that story, that little scruffy dog. That's my little nephew Nathan's favorite. He even has a little Harry McClary dog toy that he loves to cuddle at night. So that's definitely a favorite. Thanks for sharing. Emmeline's asking the hard questions today. Do I have kids yet? Not yet, but I have 4 nieces and nephews from my sister who are like my little honorary kids, and they let me be close to them as an auntie, but I also get to be like a mum to them. Hopefully one day I'll have kids, but in the meantime, I have all of you. And that keeps me pretty busy. And that's why I love being involved with my Baketivity family, because you guys give me so much joy, because I get to share with all of you. So I feel like I have thousands of kids because of all of you guys. Okay. How are we going with this part, the mayonnaise part? This is the really yummy part. It's one of my favorites, this and the cucumber. So you tell me what your favorite part of a salad is to eat. There we go. Keep the comments coming, because I love hearing from you guys and knowing how you're enjoying this. And by the way, this is our Baketivity test kitchen. So this is where we come up with all the ideas to make for you so you can make it at home. So now you get to see behind the scenes, which is pretty cool. There we go. And we have a big team and talent out, so we can share with all the family members we have at Baketivity. They can't wait to meet you all. There we go. How's that looking, guys? I know Cam, my niece Cam, loves salads too. She's a really healthy eater, actually. My niece Cam is my new American niece, which I'm super excited about too. I know she loves cooking and baking. We'll have to have her on one day. Aw, Emmeline, I know ants are so... Oh, you call them ants. We call them aunties. So I'm glad you said that. Yeah, aunties are so special. Aunties and uncles. I know my husband with his niece, our niece, Cam, he loves her and he'll do anything for her as well. Okay, so I've got all these extra tomatoes I'm going to put on my extras plate. There we go. So how's your storybook salad looking? I'll try and get the camera so you get to see inside the bowl. That's better. Can you see that magic little mushroom there? And what I want you to do is take some photos with your salad and who you share it with and post it for me and tag Baketivity so we get to see it and repost it, because all our family want to see who's a part of our family and what they're making. So that's you guys. Also, if you have any questions for me, you can ask me anything. Put it in the comments so I can answer you. I mean, we've got some of the tough questions out of the way, but is there anything you want to know about baking or cooking? Anything about Australia or living in New York? Anything you like, I'd be happy to answer. I'll get some salt and pepper and show you how I'll dress this once it's done. There we go. I love that someone loves mayonnaise. I just saw that pop up. That's my favorite too, and I'll show you. I have 2 of these salads made. One for Tommy and one for me. but I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to my one. So I love mayonnaise so much, so I'm going to put some pepper. And look how cute that pepper looks. You've got little flakes of pepper on there, which looks super cute. And a little bit of salt. Oh, it sounds like jingle bells in there. There we go. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do with the mayonnaise in there. Is there any foods I don't like? Nope. I like everything. I love to eat everything. I love to cook with everything and anything. I don't have not a favorite. Is there anything you don't like to eat? Because I should know that, so then I know not to put it in my next recipe. Why don't you let me know what you don't like to eat? Because I like to play with all different kinds of food. And something I learned growing up is to try something different. So my nephew Josh does that all the time. He tries new foods all the time. So rather than just say, I don't like that. If you've never tried it, give it a go. And I recommend, if you think you don't like it, try it again in a month or try it again in 2 months, because your taste buds change as you grow. So you don't want to miss out on that yummy food, because your taste buds might change as you get older. So give that a go. So once we have the winner, because I know everyone's wondering, once we pick the winner for my apron, which I do need desperately, we will be posting it all over social media, and you will also know through email. So make sure that you get that posted up before the 15th, because we will be picking someone very soon. So I've got my salad. Tommy's salad is going to be dressed with lemon juice. My salad, I'm going to get all of the extra mayonnaise and drizzle it absolutely everywhere, because that's going to be super yum. So I literally destroyed my mushrooms, but that's the fun part about cooking, is that you make something that looks so good, and then just like that, it's going to be gone. And tastes super yummy too. And it's healthy. Hang on a minute. Who said they don't like pretzels? Are we talking about hard little pretzels? Oh, red sauce. Sorry. Dyslexic. Sometimes I get that a bit wrong. Molly's helping me in my ear, so she's going to correct me if I read anything wrong. So red sauce. Is that ketchup here? Because that's something we call different back home. We call it tomato sauce. You guys call it ketchup. Oh. So going back to Australia, we're not too sure yet because of everything going on in the world. We're going to stay put until everyone's nice, safe and healthy. All my family is in Australia and I miss them very much, and that's why I'm so grateful to my Baketivity family. You guys have made me feel so welcomed, and I have such a big community in you. I feel like I have, like I said, thousands of nieces and nephews and children. So thank you for keeping me loved and supported while I'm so far away from my family. I definitely will be seeing them soon. And when I do, I'm going to take you with me and show you all the amazing things in Australia. So you'll have to keep me updated on what you want to see when I go there, because I'd love to share that with you. And maybe some of the food, because we have different kinds of food. There are a few foods that I miss from Australia. One is I'll go one savory, one sweet. So one is our Aussie meat pies. So I know here in America we have a lot of sweet pies, but in Australia we have meat pie. So a nice crispy pastry filled with meat and gravy, and then crispy pastry on top. And then we put tomato sauce, which you call ketchup, all the way on the top. And we usually eat that after a day at the beach. So that's something I miss a lot, but I can make it at home, and maybe we can show you how to make some Aussie treats. And then a dessert, I miss custard tarts. That's also a pie at the bottom, and then filled with yummy custard in the middle, and then topped with a dusting of nutmeg. That's super yummy too, I missed that. Oh, marinara sauce is another one. So thank you for teaching me. I need to know all this. Here we go. Hopefully your salads are done and you'll either be ready for dinner or ready for lunch, depending on where you're calling in from and watching from. There we go. Do you have any more questions for me? Pop them in the comment box so I can answer them for you. And let me know how you went with the salad. My favorite dessert to make. It is always hard to choose because, oh, I love dessert. Dessert's my favorite thing in the whole entire world. My most favorite thing to make is gingerbread. And the reason being is I love to make gingerbread houses. So you'll get to know that I really believe every child deserves a sweet and loving home. So that's why I'm an ambassador for a charity called Adopt Change. And we make sure every child has a good, safe, sweet, loving, nurturing home. So I love making gingerbread houses because it reminds me of what my purpose is in the world, which is making sure that all of you are loved at home with people that love you and support you. So that's why I knew I found the right family with Baketivity. They've been so kind and they share that same philosophy. So I come from a big Lebanese heritage of a family. So we start cooking as soon as we can, stand on a stool and reach the bench. So I think I was about, maybe 7 years old when I started cooking in the kitchen with my grandma and my mum. And then as I got older, my dad used to teach me how to bake cakes. He's a great baker. So I loved learning things from him too. And now my nieces and nephews, my niece Cam, she makes the best brownies I have ever had and taught me how to make cakes in a mug. So I'll have to share some of her recipes if she lets me so that you guys can try it too. And what else? Oh, my nephew Josh makes great salads. That's really yummy. My favorite Australian actor has to be Hugh Jackman. He is so much fun and very talented. He can sing, dance, and act, so he's a triple threat. And his wife Deb is a lovely friend of mine and the person who found the charity that I'm ambassador for. So I absolutely adore the Jackmans, especially Hugh, because he is very talented. And like I said, they have big hearts and they're the ones that started the charity I'm ambassador for. Oh, Michelle and Amanda love gingerbread houses too. They are my favorite. And I think we should come up with a gingerbread competition, gingerbread house competition leading up to Christmas this year, because I get to spend the whole entire year and seasons with you. So we'll have to come up with some fun treats and games to play together throughout the year. That's awesome. I'm hearing all these lovely questions. Thank you so much. And all your sharing all the things you know and love. I love that. Let me know if you have a favorite storybook, favorite dessert, or even let me know what you'd like to make next with me. I'll give you a minute to write up there. So we haven't decided what we're making on our next live, apart from the fact that we will be sharing our snowman cupcakes. That's our monthly box, so we'll be doing that soon. But our next live, I'm still coming up with ideas with the Baketivity family. And since you guys are a part of the Baketivity family, why don't you share some ideas with me of things you'd really love to make or try out? We can even do some craft with food. We can even do some fun beauty masks. Maybe near Mother's Day, we could come up with some foods that can be also a little lip gloss or a facial mask for mum, maybe a few little gifts. Do you want to do some more baking? Would you like to do some more cooking? Let me know, because then I can start putting it up all over the Baketivity kitchen and we can start coming up with recipes that were inspired by you. And I know you're big fans of Molly. She is one of my favorites in the Baketivity family too, and she always comes up with good DIY kits and activities for you guys to do, so I might have to hit her up for some secrets and get you guys on the DIY task with me on the next one. Maybe we'll even get Molly to do a special visit too. Oh, homemade pizza is a yummy one. I definitely want to do that. Maybe we can make some with some funny faces. That'd be cool. Oh, we definitely have to make some cake. So that's how I started, by making cakes and decorating cakes. I used to make humongous wedding cakes, about 17 stories high. It was the biggest cake I've ever made, which is crazy. And cut cakes into shapes of cars and all sorts of things. So we'll definitely be making cakes together. Oh, and now that it's winter, Ava, you're right. We should be making soups. That's nice, warm and yummy for our tummies. So definitely going to be making soups. Do you have a favorite soup, Ava, that you would like? French macaroons, oh my gosh, they are pretty hard to make. Maybe we'll do that and break it down. They are pretty scary to make at home, but I do have a few little tips and tricks to making macaroons at home. Simple but fancy, so bear with me and I'll definitely put that on the list. Oh, Tommy wants to make a peanut butter and jelly cake. That'd be about right. Tommy is my husband and he loves peanut butter and jelly. So much so that he made me make a peanut butter and jelly cake for our wedding cake. Can you believe that? And peanut butter and jelly isn't a thing in Australia. So we call jelly jam, and we definitely don't mix our jam with peanut butter. So it's the first time I've ever tried peanut butter and jelly was on my wedding day for my husband's wedding, well, our wedding cake, but on my husband's request for a wedding cake. It was super yummy. Oh, butternut squash. I'm definitely going to put that on my list, Ava. I think that's a terrific idea that we should do that this winter. Thank you for sharing. Oh, pizza with pesto. I love the idea of that. We'll definitely pop that on, and I can't wait to see you in a Zoom class. Red Velvet Macaroons. You guys are just elevating the bar of what we're going to make here. That sounds absolutely delicious. Oh, banana bread is a great one. That's a great staple. My sister makes the best banana bread. So you know what? I'm going to email her straight after this and I'll grab her recipe just for us. Homemade pasta is definitely one of my favorites to make too. So we definitely can do a pasta class because I think that's nice and fun. Nothing better than eating the pasta you've made from scratch. That's a good fun one. Oh, definitely we'll try a cake in the mug. I'm going to ring up Cam. I'll ask her to share the recipe with me. It's a nice quick one. I haven't tried Alfredo pizza. I'll have to try that. That sounds yummy. I see there's lots of great recipes and you guys are creating some great recipes of your own. I can't wait for you to share that with us. That's fantastic. And make sure you get your apron entries in, please. I know I've reminded you a few times, but I am missing an apron, and I really do want to wear an apron when I'm cooking so I don't mess up my clothes. So get that in before the 15th, because I want to see all the fantastic designs you come up with. It's going to be so hard to choose, but I can't wait to see them all, and we'll try and show as many as we can and definitely show you the winner. And if you haven't already, join the Baketivity group, because that's where we'll do a lot of projects, and you'll get to join our community group. So you get to do those projects with us, and there'll be some special things that we don't do on the main page or on our main social media. It's just for our exclusive community family. So make sure you join our Baketivity community. There'll be extra gifts and surprises that happen there. Definitely going to do some Super Bowl snacks. So this will be my second time doing Super Bowl. And last year I made some chocolate rice crispy footballs. So I think you guys might like that. We could try that. And cheesy bread. We can make a yummy cheesy bread pull apart that you can share with the family, because I think that your family is going to love sharing those kind of recipes with you. Ooh, stuffed cupcakes. That's super yummy. Maybe we should do some for Valentine's with some strawberry filling. You can share them with some loved ones. That sounds delicious. I even know how to make slime cakes. Would you guys like to make a slime cake with me? So when you cut it open, all that gooey slime comes out. Let me know if you like that idea. I think we definitely have to do a slime cake. It's pretty cool. Oh, I think I'm getting some inside information about the competition, which we hold a competition every year for the Baketivity Kids Cooking Challenge, and we create a cookbook from it. But I don't know if I'm allowed to share all the secrets I'm hearing right now, but I hear there's some recipes being developed that we are going to absolutely love. I'm even going to make a few from last year's book, and I'll show you that up on our story in the next upcoming weeks. I've picked out a few of my favorites. It's really hard to choose though. Yeah, I think the slime cake's a winner. Maybe guys, should we kind of agree between just us that we do the slime cake next? I think that'll be fun. After I do the monthly box, I'm going to speak to Baketivity family. And if all our members say yes, then that's what we're going to do, because I'll tell them how much you wanted to do it with me. That sounds fun. And then you can pick your own colors. So everyone can make their own color for this slime cake. So you pick your favorite color. My favorite color is green. Let me know what your favorite color is too. And that's a big fun one. I love the slime cake. That's so much fun to make. Oh, we have blue. Blue's a favorite color. Well, I think, yeah, definitely seen all those comments come up on the slime cake. So slime cake's the way to go. Oh, Emily, is it Emmeline and Riley? They're big sports fan. That's so cool. I believe their sister also plays sports. Oh, Ava, your favorite color's purple, same as Tommy's. That's a very popular color. Oh, Stacy likes blue, good to know. Oh, blue and pink. Well, do you know if you mix blue and pink together, Amanda, you get purple. Maybe we can do a swirl of your two favorite colors. So you go in with blue and pink, and by the time it comes out, it turns purple. That'd be pretty cool. We should do a test. You guys can join me in the test kitchen to do that. Michelle, you like teal and pink. I love teal too. And pink's a beautiful color. Well, thank you guys so much for having me, and thank you for sharing. I love being a part of this family, and I hope you do too. I had a great time with you and can't wait to see you next. So make sure you pop up a photo of your Storybook Salad, tag Baketivity so we can share it too, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye everyone. Thank you.